Eternity is the idea that life never actually begins or ends. It just is. Now, on the surface, to some people, it sounds like a pretty absurd concept. Because what they're thinking is, how is it possible that after death, an infinite consciousness still exists? Now, to make a long story short, yes, eternity does exist. The reason we know this is because both the astral and mental planes exist, which was proven in this video. And the mental plane itself is eternal because all reality is formed from the universal mind. Now, on top of that, all religions in the world in some way hint to some kind of life after death, and it would be logical to say that all of them are wrong. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Both mainstream science and secular religions don't believe in eternity because according to them, there's no logical evidence for it. But again, that is no longer true because, as I said earlier, I've provided a logical explanation of why eternity exists in this video titled What is Reality? Another logical reason for why eternity exists is since we already understand that there is life after death, which has been proven, that means that other lifetimes in other worlds have to exist. Other worlds that we can be born into, the same way we were born into this one that we're currently living in. And since we're accepting that other lifetimes do exist, this means that this cycle of birth, death, and rebirth creates an infinite continuum, which is essentially what eternity is. So with that, we have concrete evidence that eternity does exist, and mainstream science really no longer has any ground to stand on there because it's basically impossible to refute. Now, with that being said, the reason that people, specifically scientific, secular, non-religious people, find it difficult to grasp is because they operate strictly from the logical mind. So what is the logical mind, you might ask? Well, it's the physical third dimensional mind, the lower mind. Now, one thing you need to know about the third dimension is the third dimension is where our life stories take place. People say that the world is a stage, and there's a reason for that. It's because the third dimension is a stage, an acting stage. Most people are playing a character, and it's all an illusion. Now, why is this important? It's because the life story or the illusion is what drowns out the concept of eternity. So the illusion makes you forget your eternal awareness or your eternal self. Now, the illusion creates the concept of time in your mind, and time disconnects you from the eternal self because time is changing and eternity is at a constant. Let me give an example. Let's say that you're doing something that you absolutely love. Maybe something fun like partying with your best friends on a holiday on the beach in Hawaii. It feels like time stops and you maintain this mysterious constant high where you feel like you could be there forever. So you're in your eternal state, your constant state. Now, on the flip side, let's say that you're doing something that is not fun, like working in an office, for instance. You'll constantly check the time to see if your 8 hours has passed. So what's happening is your consciousness is burdened by the concept of time because of the illusion, which makes you become disconnected with the eternal self. Now, an illusion is basically a life that you don't feel like you belong in, a purposeless life, hence the word illusion. Now, with all of that being said, the easiest way to explain eternity is life outside of the illusion as a constant, and the illusion creates the concept of time and beginnings and endings, when in reality, it all leads back to the same place. A baby came from the same place that an elderly person will go back to when they die. It all leads back to the same place, but the illusion doesn't let you see that, and that's why it's an illusion in the first place.